My grandad, back when he was alive, he was Irish, and I will be doing his accent. My grandad, when he was a film historian, and he wrote a lot of books and essays and things. And just before he died, he was working on something topical about James Bond. Now, obviously, yesterday, James Bond celebrated the 60th anniversary of the release of Dr. No, the first film. So this is in sort of note form, all right? So it's not a coherent essay. So I'm gonna read you James Bond: The Real History by Peter O'Neill, my grandad. Okay. When we think of James Bond, we think of the exploding cards and the chess pieces that you put in water and then they turn into an attack helicopter. Just dial that down a bit, it's not it's no longer with us. But what do we really know about James Bond? James Bond was trained up in 1950 by Ian F. Fleming. As a ruse by MI5 to convince the Russians that British spies were no good. They couldn't sneak about or pretend to be someone else. They just went around saying their surname first, and then their first name, and then their surname again. As a result, the Russians spent years assuming that anyone who was a British spy would just announce their name in a slightly weird way, and probably have a coat that turned into shoes, and a wristwatch that told the time in space, and a cat that was hollow and full of maps. Initially, James Bond was books, but then the books were adapted in other media. The first actor to play Bond was William G. Stewart of a 15-1. He was also famous for playing the saxophone solo on Jerry Rafferty's Baker's, which is a better joke than you realise. You enjoyed it, but you know, it's right. You're new. You're all new, aren't you? Brand new. Now look at them. They're brand new. Look at them. Brand new. Now, the first screen Bond was underwear model and accent coach Sean Connery. He's most famous for playing the Russian submarine commander in the Beatles film Yellow Submarine. Sean Connery loved Scotland so much he did a Scottish accent in everything. And he loved Scotland so much he also famously once went there. Sean Connery defined the role, adding quips when he killed people like, "I see he died." "Well, that killed him." And "now he is dead." He was also famous for his signature martini, Shakin' Stevens. Sean Connery decided not to reprise the role, so the producers decided that he could turn into another actor. And then they filmed him lying down, and then they put Patrick Troughton in his clothes and swapped them over. But Patrick Troughton was busy filming Z-Cars, so they got Roger Moore instead. Roger Moore, famous as the eccentric presenter of the Sky at Night.
That is fucking funny.
Live reviews.
Well, 4 stars in the Telegraph during the film. I didn't feel the joy that I felt from that. Now, Roger Moore wore an eye patch and played the tambourine and hated women. It was a bold departure from Sean Connery, who hated women, played the tambourine and wore a glove that said "Sean is the coolest" in little sequins. Timothy Daltrey was the youngest actor to play Bond. Viewers knew him from All Creatures Great and Small. He was only 15 and had to wear built-up shoes. done by Patrick Allen. Fans of Bond complained that the new actor didn't hate women enough. The best Bond films are as follows. The Man with the Golden Finger. I mean, you'll go, whoa, but you don't care. There's a Bond film called Goldfinger, and there's one called The Man with the Golden Finger.
Yeah, we get it.
No, you get it. You weren't going, fingers. Fingers, hey, we know what they're for. I haven't done it yet, but imagine there'll be a bit of diamonds are a girl's best friend. These are your eyes.
No.
The spy who loved mince. Kick the living shit out of him. And Honey, I Shrunk the Octopus. Here are some James Bond facts. Ian F. Fleming wrote Live and Let Die as an attempt to overcome racism. For that film's theme tune, he employed the mixed-race musician Paul McCartney. Dr. No is famous for the scene in which Ursula Andress walks out of the sea. Before that film, women had only ever been depicted walking into the sea. Filming on GoldenEye was halted on the first day when a runner mistakenly took Pierce Brosnan as an instruction.